The Center for Arts Education was founded as a response to a $12 million challenge grant from the Annenberg Foundation to help in the essential, and I mean essential, work of restoring the arts to New York City's public schools.
Working in collaboration with the New York City Department of Education, Department of Cultural Affairs, and the United Federation of Teachers, the Center has been extremely successful in achieving its goal. Here to accept the Governor's Arts Award for the Center of Arts Education are Laurie Tisch Sussman and Hollis Headrick.
To engage a child in learning, you have to reach the child, and the arts are the most effective way of reaching a child.
It's part of a good education, both arts for art's sake and how it informs and helps other subject areas.
I miss my dog, Danny. He smells like red roses. He is soft like my Barbie blankets. He is white like the clouds in the sky. He tastes like Pepsi.
He tastes like Pepsi.
When I go into schools where there is a program in place from the Center for Arts Education, those schools are alive. Those children know, they know what they're doing. You don't have to talk to the principal, you don't have to talk to the teachers even. You talk to the children and they are invested in what they're doing, they are engaged, and there's a little twinkle in their eyes that you don't see everywhere. And it's very, very, very apparent when you have a program like this going on.
Just brings joy into the classroom. I mean, I walk in with my stuff, my big box of stuff, and they are just, you know, they're just so ready. They can't wait to just eat it up and make things.
Having teaching artists and residents come in, they can find magic in a child that often is missed by school personnel, by even their parents.
What's more exciting than to have Arthur Mitchell or somebody from his dance company teach you to dance? Not to learn how to read, but just to learn how to dance, or to learn how to sing, or to learn how to play a musical instrument.
The arts are more than integral to a well-rounded education. The arts are really part of everybody's life, and what makes life really worth living. And the joy that the arts can bring really can't be given by anything else. And it's so important to develop that love early, and often schools are the places where children are first introduced to the arts.
I came up in a situation where I knew absolutely zero about the performing arts, but because I was introduced to it early on through school, and someone said to me, this is an Italian aria, or this is a French melody, and this is German lieder, I was fascinated from that moment on, because it was so different from everything that I'd known to that point, and I was hooked onto it. When you receive information that's new, I think it opens up different parts of yourself. And I think that it opens up your mind and it opens up your heart to all these different, like, gee, I didn't even know that that existed. And that transfers itself and translates itself into other areas of your life that allow you to be open.
You know the better day has come to make a change, clean up the scum, reverse all experience into a positive, make happiness.
I know I could sing, but, you know, I never brought myself out until I came to the school.
I had a conversation with a young woman, one of the dancers, and she said to me, she says, I never would have guessed that last year when I came here as a freshman that, you know, I'd be dancing on stage, Francis, and then I actually designed a dress, and someone's wearing it. She says, you know, that gives me some ideas for college. Now, whether she becomes a professional dancer, whether she becomes a professional designer is not the issue. She really has a vision for herself in her life, you know, because she feels the power.
I guess you're right, but maybe we can still watch the girls dance. They should be coming now.
It's about education, and it's about the arts. And as much as we've done, there's even more to do. And particular areas that we're interested in expanding, including the Parents as Arts Partners. This year there's almost 150 schools. We have the leadership schools that are providing mentoring for other schools. And the career development program is just is unlimited in the sense of serving young people and really getting them to understand the opportunities that exist in our city and the arts and related industries.
Vicki was a real pleasure because she is so smart. We were working on a Broadway musical, and it features a young teenage girl in it. And so we needed some kind of fresh aspects to decorate a dressing vanity for one of the lead characters. So Vicki just fit in perfectly and created this kind of doodles and things that a young girl could have done. So that was actually kind of a bonus that we got out of working with Vicki.
Everybody has different talents, and it's our responsibility to make sure that we feed all of those different talents. Our walls are a museum, and it's parent, children, and teacher art that hangs on the walls.
The work that the center does with parents is particularly important, and those programs have been great. And I think that just having that consistent mission over time when the arts are threatened has really made a tremendous difference.
I think it gives parents the opportunity to actually come into the schools and engage in an ongoing activity side by side with their children and get to know the teachers and the administrators in a different way.
The arts are really part of a well-rounded education, and using the cultural resources in the city is a unique opportunity. And I think what's been unique about New York City and the work of the center along with our partners is the fact that it's really been this interagency effort, as well as the public and private sector coming together and focusing on one issue that they all feel is very important, and then trying to push that agenda forward.
The center itself has catalyzed some of the most creative kinds of partnerships because it allows for an intensive focus that ties very closely with curriculum goals. And it's brought a range of partners into the system. It's really created a range of reactions that have been enormously positive for teachers, for audiences, for artists throughout the city.
When you're talking about math, when you're talking about reading, when you're talking about science, you know, any of the hard subjects, people don't ask how they inform the other subjects. You're learning them for the sake of them, and we do believe, I certainly believe, that there's a lot of value in arts just for art's sake as well.
Well, how can we not teach the arts in New York City? Who's going to go to the museums? Who's going to go to the theater? Who's going to go to the operas if we don't have kids experiencing this stuff firsthand? But I think if we begin building the capacity in the schools, A, we're going to do better academically across the line, and B, we're going to develop the whole human being. The heart and soul of the schools are being returned through the arts.